And up next is race 105, the B final of the junior men's K2 1,000 meters.
Yeah, in lane number 1, we've got the Belarusian crew of Pavel Zur and Dmitry Kilchenko. Lane number 2, Mexico's Benito Juarez and Jose Carrillo. Croatia's in 3, Jakov Radisovic and Novicic. In lane number 4, South Africa's Brian Leroux and Lewis Hadding. Lane number 5, France's Leo Maisonneuve and Guillaume Descauchemins. Lane number 6, New Zealand's Nossiter and Brown. Australia's Newland Hughes in 7. Korea Park and Guan in lane 8. And lane number 9, Istvan Puckett, Dylan Puckett and Istvan Urban.
The French crew in the middle of your screen, the white boat, we just saw an ISO of them. They are probably the favorites coming into this. They definitely had the fastest time coming into this B final. There's the French team. I love the look of their paddles, matching their jerseys. Very classy.
I'm expecting a real nice race here in lane number 8, Juhong Park and Gihong Guan.
And they are off, focusing on the French team in the middle. They have a great start. They are out in first, but as is lane 9 from the USA. Very fast start for both those crews.
Well, a nice race coming down the course right now. We've got some nice symmetry and beautiful chemistry going on between these K2 partners. You'll notice that the most efficient paddlers are the ones that almost have their paddles tied together with a string. They're hitting at the same time. The boat's not rocking. A great head-on shot as we can see the paddlers rotating around their bodies using their lat muscles and pushing on their legs using the big muscles of the body.
A very connected French crew there. They had a 340 from their semifinal the other day. Keep in mind that was in a headwind. And the next crew, this next fastest crew was from, on their right, from the Republic of South Africa, had a 345. So it'll be difficult to tell, but at the top of our screens, it looks like Belarus is pouring it on right now and is in fact leading by about a half boat as they approach about 400 meters into the race.
Well, it's a long race, and if they've gone out with the right frame of mind, they're going to do real well. But if they've gone out too hard, they're going to start dying around the 600-meter mark, and you'll see the rest of the field reel them in, pass them by. But as the race gets closer to the midpoint, boats are starting to establish themselves, getting into the rhythm, setting themselves up for a finish.
Look at the Belarusian team. They have about a boat lead over the French crew, who in turn have about a deck over New Zealand. But at the 500 meter, it is Belarus by a boat over France, and then New Zealand very close. And the Croatian athletes are sitting in a close fourth to the New Zealanders, but it is Belarus by now a boat and a half. They are pulling away from the field with 400 meters left. This is a very gutsy race by Belarus.
Well, Kilchenko and Zur are really starting to pour it on now. I guess they want to send a message to the A final that, look, guys, we'll be watching over your shoulders. Keep an eye on us. This is about national pride here in these B finals.
Very impressed by these Belarusian athletes. They are going for it. If they can hang on through the last 200 meters, it'll be very impressive. Very impressive. Their boat is barely rocking. It's rock solid. That's what you want to see. Belarus has a long history of strong crew boats. Their canoes, their kayaks, they are excellent, excellent crew boat paddlers. And we see that here. So they're through the 3/4 mark at the 250-meter mark. And they are two boats ahead of the rest of the field. But France is beginning their finish. But at the 200 meters, it is Belarus by 2 full boats over the rest of the field. France, right in the middle of your screen, is sitting in second. But they are being challenged by Croatia in 3 in the white boat with the white tops, but right now it is Belarus and France in second. See the French boat here. Look at how solid that boat is. Excellent paddling by the French team, but here are our leaders, Belarus. They have managed to maintain their lead.
And here comes the Belarusian boat. They're really pouring it on now.
Yeah, in the last 50, it looks like Belarus is going to take this, but the race for second is anybody's right now. South Africa is pouring it on. But can the French hold them off? I do not know, and it's so close right now, but it looks like Belarus is the clear winner, and then between South Africa in lane 4 and France in lane 5, too close to tell, but a very, very gutsy race by all those crews. The Belarusian team, a surprise out in lane 1. But there are second and third place crews, too close to tell who took that. Great racing by all those athletes. And here's a look at Belarus, our winners. They are understandably dead. 1,000 meters is an awfully long way to paddle, and they left nothing in the tank. Watch Belarus up in lane 1 off the start. I was focused on the middle of the screen and I missed Belarus up at the top, but clearly they started well. They are already ahead of the field. And then at the 500 meter mark, you can see this boat length lead, and this just grew and grew. And at the 200 meters, they had another whole boat length over the field. In the last two, we'll see at the finish line, the field closed a little bit on Belarus, but clearly they were far enough ahead. And as for second or third place, it is too close for me to tell. I don't know. If I had to put any money on it, though, I would say France, but extremely close race between France and South Africa.